Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. The palace of the Ooni of Ife is rumored to have experienced an intense anger from Oletik as she puts her twins in the car, zoomed off the palace in tears. After Ooni of Ife abandoned photo shoot with her twins to rush to Olori Naomi, as we are hearing, it's not a small something. No, they say a child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel it warm. It's not a small something. No. They said Oletik had made arrangements with, some people, bought materials, did everything, did a very fine decor and everything. And it was supposed to be a photo shoot between Kabiyesi, that's the Ooni of Ife, and the children, that's the twins, okay? And she was looking so forward to this event, that photo shoot. Of course, you know that she has a show that is coming, the mini mommy and mommy mimi show. I don't know what it is called. And so basically this photo shoot with Kabiyesi and the children supposed to be part of what they will have in that their calendars or whatever. And you do know that some of the documents, as in the posters, are already out, but she wanted to give like Christmas gift and all of that. You know these souvenirs they give during Christmas now, where calendars and all of that. So that was what this photo shoot was meant for. And she had also had this discussion with Kabiyesi. It was fine at first with Kabiyesi and all of that. And then the photographers, they said they brought them from Lagos. According to what we are hearing, if the information is true, that they brought two photographers, flew them from Lagos. Yes, so that the two photographers were flown from Lagos. They were already there in Ile-Ife. All the fabrics, the decoration, the everything for the photo shoot was ready. It was only Kabiyesi. As a matter of fact, they said this photo shoot was supposed to have happened last week, but because Kabiyesi was very busy with a lot of things that he's been doing, they had to move it to this week. Now, that day when Kabiyesi was supposed to go for the photo shoot, they said a call came in that morning and Kabiyesi left everything, abandoned everything and rushed to his darling wife, Olori Naomi. And they said this did not go well with Oletik, who cried so much. Now, while she was in her own area preparing the babies and dressing them up and all of that, the photographers were already lodged in Ojaja Hotel, and they have already called them into the palace. Oletik was busy preparing, thinking that Kabiyesi was preparing to come out so they can start the photo shoot, only to find out that the drivers, the convoy, all of those people were running left, right, and center, trying to get Kabiyesi's vehicles ready, that Kabiyesi was leaving. And Oletik was like, leaving, as in leaving the palace. And they say yes, that Kabiyesi was leaving and Kabiyesi was going to Lagos. Okay, they were going to take him to the airport so he can fly to Lagos. They said Oletik fell on the ground and started crying. She cried so much. She felt so bad and all of that. And you see, this is the same thing that people have been talking about. And most times when people talk about things like this, some people take it very personal. You cannot go on a journey with another person's horse, because halfway into the journey, they might call for their horse or donkey, and then you will be stranded. This is what is going on. The truth remains that I will always encourage other women, if you have a way, start up a life with your own husband, begin to build with him. When you leave what is for you and you go and collect something that is for another person, you are basically borrowing that thing. It doesn't matter if you come and give birth to 30 children. At the end of the day, that they mind, because what happens is that a person respond to the object of their desire more than you. That object of that person's desire will come before you. They will prioritize that person, and that is exactly what the Oni of Ife is doing with Olori Naomi and the other Oloris. And these Oloris, they continue to cry and continue to feel bad over and over again. But the truth remains that this is exactly what will continue to happen until such a day where they will say, okay, I'm not doing again, I want to go. Because we have seen things have played out over and over again. We have seen that Naomi has a place in the life of this man. No matter what anybody says, they want to bastardize the situation online and do whatever they want to do. Naomi has a place with Kabiesi, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. You remember even me, myself, Delara. As much as I believe in these people, I've come here. There was a time where I came here and I told you that I don't think anything can ever make this relationship stand again. Because for me, it was flattened. Like a situation of life has flattened the relationship. Nothing was left there again. All I saw was, them not wanting to see each other, Nami not wanting to see her husband and all of that. Then all of a sudden, it was like a mystery how this whole thing started, how they were able to bring Nami back together to the Ooni of Ife. And if you want to dig deeper, for those who are actually digging and finding out what the situation is and not just, giving surface stories, right? You find out that they said the reason why they had the elite, the Yoruba elite had to come together to bring Olori Naomi and Ooni of Ife together again is because they saw that Naomi leaving Ooni of Ife will be very detrimental to the royal palace and be detrimental to the Ooni of Ife. Even Ooni of Ife saw it. At a point where now Ooni started facing attack, and he reached out to get his royal scepter, or the what do you call the ancient sword. It was not there. And nobody whatsoever has the capacity of picking up that ancient sword for where they used to keep it, except the Ooni of Ife himself. So it wasn't an issue of somebody taking out the ancient sword. The ancient sword disappeared because things had deteriorated to that point where everything was going bad. And when they saw that, look, we need to rescue the situation, and they knew that the answer was Olori Naomi, and they had to go and do everything. And that is why you see that Ooni of Ife set out 1 billion naira to fix the royal edifice where he will be staying with Olori Naomi. And by the grace of God, they said between now and December 2024, that edifice will be finished. And at the end of the day, what is going to happen is that the same Yoruba elite, they will come out and they will talk to the Oloris. Look, you are our wives, right? Nobody is rejecting you. We love you. We respect you as our own. The reason why you're in the palace is to make everything work. You people must work as one, okay? And you have the palace. Let Kabiyesi stay. And right now, none of these Oloris will have the right to want to challenge the situation or to say, this, because nobody is rejecting anybody, nobody is throwing anybody out. They have the palace, they wanted the palace, they have the palace. But Nami has a place in that man's life, and there is nothing. See, no matter how you fight, you will fight and fight and fight and fight, and you'll be exhausted because there is nothing anybody can do about this situation. Olori Naomi is still that one that one puzzle that is needed to fix things with the Ooni of Ife and the royal household. Now, as we are hearing, they said immediately a call came from Lagos about something. That was how Ooni abandoned everything. The the royal photo shoot that was supposed to be taken. At this point, people are giving souvenirs and all of that, hampers, as in you have so many hampers going from one point to the other. She wanted this photo shoot for this season so she can give to her loved ones. That's Oletik and all of that. And the secretary gave her the biggest disappointment of a lifetime. And so that she cried and cried and cried. And they say she carried the children, put them in the car, and she doesn't drive herself. She has a driver, but they say out of anger, she carried the children, put them in the car. That was how she zoomed out of the palace with the children. And everybody was scared for the safety of those children and all of that, because at that point she was very, very upset. Immediately, Ooni of Ife abandoned the photo shoot and left. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.